I boiled 2 pots. Same water, same time. One brand came out with a gritty bite that grabbed sauce like Velcro. The other went slippery and bland, begging for more sodium. Only one thing changed: the way it was made. Today we're counting down 5 popular boxes that miss the mark, and the one simple texture check that keeps you from overcooking or oversalting dinner. Watch how production shortcuts show up on your fork. Number 1. Barilla. You think that blue box means restaurant-style safety, but smooth, high-speed extrusion leaves a glassy coat that sheds sauce and pushes you to fix flavor with more salt, oil, and cheese. The pitch is fast and even every time. The trade-off is slick. Teflon dyes in quick drying that set a hard shell while the core stays soft. Miss the timer by a minute and you get mush outside, chalk inside, and no grip for your sauce. Do the fingertip test. Pale straw and a faint grit means slow-dried bronze. Shiny yellow and slick points to high-speed Teflon. Some taste panels praise the chew, sure, but chew isn't the meal. When sauce slides off, bites feel thin, and you go back for extra shaker hits to fake fullness. Here's the truth from craft standards like Solfrini's criteria. Look for rough surface, slow drying, and clean wheat aroma. That roughness lets a little surface starch bleed, which binds sauce into a creamy coat. When the surface is too smooth, emulsions break faster, portions feel light, and your sodium climbs because you're chasing flavor with toppings. Now at number 2, the blue box of childhood swaps bronze bite for neon cheese, at a cost you don't see on the label. Number 2, Kraft, macaroni and cheese pasta. You buy Kraft for speed. The noodle is plain, the packet is the hook, but that fast cook elbow is built smooth and thin, so the sauce has to carry all the flavor and body. Here's the rub. Slippery elbows don't grab the powder sauce. You fix it with extra butter and salt. That's not flavor. That's makeup on a weak base that won't hold an emulsion for long. Those quick-cook, thin-walled elbows release less surface starch. Less starch means the buttermilk cheese mix doesn't bind, it splits faster. You see a glossy orange coat turn into a slick puddle at the bottom of the bowl unless you over-season and add more fat. And when adhesion is poor, each bite delivers less, so you shake more salt to chase taste and fullness. Many boxed sauce packets already skew salty per serving. Add the extra shakes and you stack the load even higher, which matters for heart health and water retention, especially for seniors. Texture logic explains it. Rough bronze-cut surfaces trap sauce particles and lend starch for a stable, creamy cling. Smooth, high-speed dyes leave a glassy wall that sheds the mix like rain on wax. Poor grip, weak emulsion, faster crash. Upgrade hack, keep the packet, swap the noodle. Use a bronze-cut elbow, keep the portion steady, and you'll need less butter and less salt. Bottom line, the noodles build pushes you to oversalt. Next up, the bargain bin promise that turns into a pot of broken strands and bland bites. Number 3, great value. Walmart. You grab great value to save a buck, but look close. Uneven color, lots of crumb dust in the box, and a glossy shine point to rushed drying and low protein blends. That combo reads cheap now and costly later because it fights your sauce and your timing. In the pot, strands snap and foam builds fast. That foam is free starch leaking out. Then you drain and rinse to stop the suds, which washes off the very glue that helps sauce cling. You end up with pale noodles that need heavy sauce or extra salt just to taste like anything. Here's the truth about factory speed. High heat can form micro cracks in the pasta wall. Those cracks break in the boil, dump starch early, and muddy the water. With less starch left on the surface, your pan finish won't turn glossy. The sauce sits thin and slides. You fix it with more oil, more cheese, more sodium. It fills the bowl, not you. Solfrini's checks help. You want clean wheat smell, a pale matte straw color, faint grit to the touch, and steady al dente that holds a minute or two. Mass output that chases speed over structure raises breakage and gummy texture risk, so the bite vanishes fast and timing feels cruel. Do 2 fast tests. Shake the box. Lots of dust is a red flag. Scan for uniform pale straw, not bright yellow. If it fails, skip it. Bottom line, that checkout win turns into a plate of broken strands and bland, slippery bites. Now at number 4, a familiar name that splits opinions because factory pace can outrun pasta craft. Number 4, San Giorgio. On the shelf, San Giorgio looks fine. In the pot, it flips from firm to flabby fast. That tiny window is your warning. A narrow cook window points to high heat drying. The outside sets hard fast, the core lags. You get a rubber ring around a soft middle, and when you overshoot by a minute, the ring collapses into mush. Try to finish it in sauce and the structure gives way, so your pan toss turns into broken shapes and thin coating. Some tasting panels call it serviceable when pulled right on time. Technique-focused cooks see the catch. You need a longer pan finish to build gloss, but the noodle loses its spine under heat and friction. When the finish fails, you reach for thicker sauce, more butter, more salt. That's flavor by brute force, not by grip. Here's the truth. Slow drying builds a uniform interior, so al dente holds across a wider range. Add a bronze-cut, matte surface, and the sauce clings without a fight, thanks to tiny ridges and a touch of surface starch that locks in emulsion. Less slipping means less seasoning and smaller portions that still satisfy. If you're stuck with San Giorgio, pull it extra early and finish longer in the pan to build starch. Smarter move. Choose a slow-dried matte option that forgives timing. Bottom line, good box, weak backbone. Number 5, cremette. You want pasta that holds shape and grabs sauce. With cremette, it looks fine dry, then turns slick when it's hot. You get neat noodles that act like Teflon in the pan, so flavor slides off and you taste less with every bite. Here's the tension. A smooth dye, quick dry build leaves little micro roughness. Less texture means weak sauce capture and a thin emulsion. You chase taste with more salt, more oil, more cheese. That adds calories and sodium without fixing the core issue. No grip. Do the spoon test. Toss a ladle of marinara with cremette and watch beads form and run off the curve of each noodle. Swap in a matte, bronze-cut shape and the same sauce clings and turns glossy. That difference comes from starch exchange. When the surface is too sleek, fewer starches wash into the pan, so your butter tomato or cream base doesn't bind. It breaks and pools. Use Solfrini's cues. Look for pale matte straw color, faint grit to the touch, clean wheat smell, and a steady al dente that holds a minute. Cremette's slick look and tight timing tell you adhesion will be weak. Consumer health advice flags the fallout. Poor cling drives extra sodium and bigger portions just to feel full, which can strain blood pressure for seniors. Mini payoff. Pick a matte, grit-textured version of the same shapes. Your sauce will cling, your portion will satisfy, and your seasoning will drop. Bottom line, the fix is the surface,